I'm happy to announce that I have accepted a position as the head golf coach for the
Woohoo!
Nation Christian Academy in Port St. Lucie. And as part of this announcement, I will be the director of the Nation Golf Academy. So it's similar, but it's two separate things. So how it's set up, and I'll talk a little bit about it because I think it's very cool. So the Nation is a Christian school that was, it actually bought the Barnabas School, which is a school that's been in Port St. Lucie for a little while. Anyway, the CEO, Mike Woodbury, he's originally from Maine. He's a sports guy and successful guy, and has brought his business here.
Yeah.
And anyway, so he's got this great school. There's over 350 kids, and it's designed to be a school, a really good school with a huge athletic department, and it's designed for kids that come down and or live here, and they come in and they get world-class sports training, and they get a great education, and he guarantees college placement.
Wow.
And what he's done is he's created a football team. There's a postgraduate program, which I'll be the head coach of the postgraduate team, which is players that finish high school and not really sure what they want to do. They can play a year of sports and take some classes and not lose any college eligibility. There'll be a high school program, and it'll compete locally and regionally and have a year-round high school team feel. And then there'll be a middle school program, and that'll all run through the school and the Nation Christian Academy, right? And then what we're going to do is, with that program, we'll be creating the Nation Golf Academy, which will have year-round training for kids that are going to different high schools. So you don't have to, if like I have a lot of kids that I work with that play for all the area teams, right? So they can stay in their schools and play their high school season, but when they're done, they can roll into the academy program. And basically, I'm recreating the high school training program that was very successful for me when I was at the Pine School.
Okay.
So it'll just turn into year-round golf. And it'll include, practices, training, statistics, weekly golf events, monthly. It's all designed to keep kids moving in the right direction for golf, getting them exposed to college programs, and giving them everything that they need to get better.
Okay.
And there's a lot of great instructors in our area. There hasn't been, in my opinion, something of this magnitude. There's been a couple people that have tried to do this, but it really hasn't been successful because of cost. Mm-hmm. And so this program, even the program that the kids are going to come in internationally, will be much more affordable than, say, IMG or some of these bigger established programs, right? So the goal right now is to get the word out. I'm starting to, basically go after and find kids now to start getting ready for. I want to be rolling in November.
Yeah.
And we've already got some interest, got a bunch of international kids that are always talking about coming in January. I think the postgraduate's actually going to be really successful because there's so many kids from like cold climates. Like I'll give you an example. I'm working with a young lady out of Pennsylvania, right? Good player, but no girls team in her area. She has to play with the boys. Mm-hmm. So she has this very short season, doesn't play golf all winter, doesn't really get really active till March, even April
by the time everything thaws out.
Yeah, and it's like 2 months of maybe playing some tournaments, and then she plays a summer schedule, and that's it. So the advantage to like a kid who grows up in Florida or Texas or California is when they're playing year round, they're going to be better players. So she wants to play in college. So she would be a candidate to say, okay, I finished high school, maybe I didn't get a scholarship that I wanted, right? Mm-hmm. So I could come down to a postgraduate program. I could take a class or two. I could work on my test scores, and I can immerse myself in golf, mm-hmm. For 6 months or a year, and then see if other college programs would be interested in me once I get on a full-time schedule. Yeah. And so now the Nation Christian Academy has programs running right now. So like I said, they start football, they have baseball, they have volleyball, they have arts, they have all kinds of things. The basketball team is the powerhouse. I mean, they have some of the best players in the country. Coach Woodbury was showing me today on his wall on how many big college schools are coming down. I mean, you won't believe who's coming. Everybody, Georgetown, Louisville,
Wow.
They're all coming. The center is 7'1". Their forward is 6'10". They have 6'7" swing guards that one of them could play in the NBA. He's got the number one ranked like point guard in the country on this team.
Hard to find people that tall.
Well, they're all coming down from up north, and they're all coming from they have kids from Africa, Turkey, Germany. I mean, they're all over the world, and these kids are hungry, looking for an opportunity to, one, immerse themselves in American culture, work on their English because they need it back to go to work and home, and they want to go to American schools. So those kids are here. And then now we have the opportunity, and I was just talking to one of my moms today, what a great opportunity it's going to be to expose some of our local kids, right, to the talent that's going to come in from all over the world. And we've got plenty of talent here. We have. But again, our talent gets a little lost in golf because, high school ends, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's not as much for kids to play in the season because the courses get busy and everyone needs to make their revenue.
Yeah.
So
they don't want to give those slots up to the school kids. Yeah.
Like they would in the off season. So the access gets limited. And then it kind of stays a little limited until maybe March when things start to die down. And there is no year-round team program in Florida. There's no club team. I've always wanted to have my own club team, but there isn't enough for it. But no one's ever gone after it. So the Nation Academy will become what I'm going to call travel golf or club team golf, just like they have it for baseball and lacrosse and volleyball. So all the top players can come and play in that. There'll be 3 levels. There'll be a national team, there'll be a regional team, and there'll be some sort of county local team. And my goal, hopefully, is to get a lot of the courses on board and some of the instructors so that they could actually become like coaches or satellites. And I kind of would like to have a team working out of like Hobe Sound and a team working out of Palm City and a team working out of Fort Pierce, so the kids wouldn't have to drive 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And
it's close to home. Yeah.
Yeah. And what we're going to try to do is, so you remember, the St. Lucie driving range on US 1 that's been there forever. So,
underneath the power lines.
Right. So Nation bought it.
Okay.
So it's being renovated right now. So he's going to spend about, $75,000. All the buildings are getting redone. All the grass is getting redone. As far as, cleaning up and doing some preventive maintenance and getting the grass to grow in correctly. It'll have new range balls. The lights will work. I'm helping actually design like a short game because I have all these stats things I like to do. So there'll be a short game on the far end. Do you know there's almost 500 yards of range there?
I know there's a lot. I knew there was a lot. It's been many, many, many years since I.
Well, it's not.
I remember doing it when it first opened.
Yeah, because
it was like you can't see the far end of the range. It's way out there.
I said that would be a great draw. I'd love to have like these long drive championship things, but I'd like to do it for high school and college players. It'd be a great event, kind of like a showcase, and I think people would come to watch, and
especially under the lights. Oh yeah.
Well, the reason the lights are important, and I'm glad he was able to do that because. So say this program gets up and running, and now we have, November 4th, we go to daylight savings, right? Yeah. So guess what? I lose all my practices.
Yeah.
I mean, 5:30 we're done.
Yeah.
Now the kids that were in the Nation Christian Academy that were going to school, they'll be out earlier because we control when the kids have access, right? But for my regular players, they can't get to a golf course. Well, if I have I can have workouts at 6:00 and 7:00 and. There's no reason. And then if you're in the Nation Christian Academy, that's all included with your fee. You can, it's 10 minutes maybe from Jennings Road?
Yeah.
Maybe 15 at the most.
Right
But like kids can go at night.
How many lights you hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's all included. So they hit as much balls as they want. And of course we're going to be, we're going to incorporate the PGA Learning Center will be a hub for us. We'll set up practices out there. It's a great facility to be able to go and do all your short game. We won't be able to create that environment on US 1, but I can create, good range balls and a good striking area.